Bubblegum Paper, and I'm back with another card in my 25 Cards in 25 Days Holiday Card Series. I'm putting a link to the playlist in the upper right corner so you can see all the cards I've made so far. And today I'm here with card number 25, and it is my very last card. I'm using products from My Favorite Things and Mama Elephant, and I also wanted to take this time to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and all the best in 2017. Here's a close-up of the card I'm about to make, and let's get started. So the products I'm using in today's card are the My Favorite Things gumball machine dies. I didn't actually use these sentiments, I thought I was going to. And then I'm using the Mama Elephant Girlfriend stamps and their frame tags Park Avenue dies. Now this is my first time using the My Favorite Things gumball machine die, so I wasn't sure how all the different components sort of work together. So I cut all of the main pieces out of some red pattern paper, not showing which components I wanted to use. And then I took some elements that I thought might be better suited for the metal, and I cut those out of some really shiny silver cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. I then took the gumball dies, which was great because it was 6 gumballs at a time, and I cut them out of some green striped pattern paper, some white striped pattern paper, and some red striped pattern paper. I figured those could all have a consistent look. And then I took some of the other components and cut those out of some gray and white cardstock as well. I did 2 main bowls, or like the main bowl, just in case I messed it up. I also cut 2 of the frame tags, one out of the silver and white striped pattern paper and one out of plain white cardstock, so that way I could make a thicker frame. Now for my stamping, I'm using the Mama Elephant Girlfriend stamp set, and I'm also stamping the little Santa hat from the Lawn Fawn Bah Humbug stamp set. Then I'm going to take my Copic multi-liner pen, and I'm just drawing a line at the bottom of her dress because I want to make it a fur-lined dress. And I drew 2 little lines on her legs so that she could be wearing leggings instead of having bare legs. For the actual Copic coloring, I'm using some very standard Copic colors. For the skin tones, I'm using E02, E11, and E13. And then I'll do a series of reds and greens for her dress and the cap, and then I'm going to finalize it with some cool grays on the hair and the fur trim. So I'm going to set the colors off to the side and speed this up, set it to some music, and I will be back at the end of the coloring. Next, I'm going to use the coordinating dies to cut out the little Santa hat and the little girl. And I did this off camera because my die cut machine was off to the side. And then I'm going to take that hat and I'm sticking it on with some regular tape runner adhesive. And I'm taking a tiny little pearl embellishment and adding that to the tip of the hat. That creates a little more dimension. Now I'm going to take my Wink of Stella pen and just add some shimmer over the entire image. For this next part, I just took a bunch of those die cut shapes and I was trying to assemble and see which piece went where. There's multiple options to mix and match lids and bottoms. You can put silver on all of it. You can make it all red. You can, I don't know, try different colors for the dials. And so I kind of settled on a mix of reds and silvers. And I based this gumball machine off of a machine I received from Disney back when I worked at Disney. And so it was sitting on my desk and I just kind of looked at it and I was like, oh, that's red, that's silver. Okay, let me just, use that as my guide. I'm marking off the frame so I know where the gumball machine needs to sit. And then I decided I was just going to go ahead and assemble the gumball machine straight onto the card base. Before doing that, I'm taking the jar, the glass jar, and I'm just adding some shading using some very light cool gray markers to create more of a spherical look to it, then have it stay as a flat white circle. Next, I'm just going to assemble the whole gumball machine using some adhesive tape runner. I'm going to use my ruler as a guide so I know generally where to center the machine. Since it's a 4¼ inch wide piece of cardstock, I'm making sure it's at the 2 1/8 inch mark for the center. And then I'm just adding the jar, the lid that I glued previously, and then all of the different switches and dials. There's so much fine, intricate detail to this die. It's so super awesome. Now here I realized that there's a hole where the gumballs fall through, and I wanted that to be darker than what was previously there, which is basically a white circle. So I took this piece of gray cardstock that I had cut earlier, and I'm just going to glue that right into that hole. Next, I'm just going to assemble the rest of the pieces of the gumball machine. Now, every year when I've done this card series, this is now my 3rd year of doing this holiday card series, my 1st year on YouTube, but my 3rd year sort of in general for Bubblegum Paper, my blog, I always end with a bubblegum machine card. And that's just because it's a Bubblegum Paper blog site, so I figured the last card should be bubblegum themed. And so over the years, I've collected different stamps and dies and machines and everything. I've received gifts from people with bubblegum stickers, and so I just have this entire category in my craft room of bubblegum stuff. And so this year I chose this My Favorite Things die as my final card for the series. But there's really no holiday tie-in to it other than it's a bubblegum machine and it's a bubblegum paper blog, and I love bubblegum. So this card is really a thank you to all of you who've watched these videos up till now, who've kind of supported my entire channel since I started posting more videos back in April. And I just want to say thank you all for sticking around, not just for the series, but for the whole year, with all of your supportive comments and everything. So I really, really enjoy making these videos, and I really enjoy the feedback that you leave me in my YouTube videos. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'm just going to speed it up because it's going to take me a while to glue each of these gumballs in place. Next, I'm taking the 2 frames that I die cut, the white one and the silver stripes, and I'm going to add some regular adhesive tape runner on the back of the silver stripes, and I'm putting foam adhesive tape runner on the back of the white one, and then I'm propping that up on top of the entire card. For my finishing touch, I'm taking the little girl who looks like me in the Santa suit, and I'm just attaching her to the corner using some foam adhesive. And finally, I'm taking that entire front card panel and attaching it to a standard A2 size top folding card. Here's what the finished card looks like. That's me with my arms outstretched saying thank you, thank you, thank you so much for sticking around with me for this entire card series. Here are 2 close-ups of that finished card. And I just wanted to say thank you all so much for sticking around. I did it 25 cards in 25 days, albeit not exactly on time every single day. I will be back in the new year with some new cards and new designs, so if you're interested in those videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. You can also follow me on social media at Bubblegum Paper or visit my blog at bubblegumpaper.com. Until then, have a wonderful, happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and I will see you soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye.